Alright, it's time for some raw beef pancreas. This is the first time I've had fresh raw beef pancreas, otherwise known as sweetbreads. I think I've had sweetbreads before, but it came in frozen with one of my orders last year. But I've never had this fresh, so I'm looking forward to trying this out. Smelled definitely pretty funky out of the bag, so not sure what it's going to taste like, but I'm going to chop it up into pieces here, give it a go, let you guys see me try this stuff for the first time, so you guys can kind of see my reaction, compare it to some of the other foods that I've eaten, compare and contrast. From what I looked up online, the nutrient profile and the benefits of this look pretty good. Apparently there's people that have pancreas issues. From what the little of what I know of the pancreas is it releases enzymes to help you digest food. Some people are lacking these enzymes. They have pancreas issues, so eating this should, in theory, replenish some of your enzymes. So, alright, I'm going to scoop this on my plate and eat it up. Alright, here we go. This is definitely one of the gnarliest looking foods that I've seen raw wise. This stuff is probably the most unappetizing looking. Pretty slimy, and I don't know what it reminds me of. Kind of looks like a mix between liver and almost like liver and brain. It's kind of a weird mix here, but let's give it a shot. It smells a little bit funky, but that might be because it's been sitting in my fridge for probably 3 to 4 weeks inside the package. So I kind of had to force myself to eat this today because I wanted to make sure it didn't go bad, you know. So here we go. Not bad. Got a little bit of a different taste to it. As with any new organ or gland, you got to get used to the flavor at first because they're all just slightly different. Not too bad at all. It actually goes down kind of like any other raw organ or gland. Not bad, not bad. I expected it to taste a lot worse because of the way it smelled, but it's not bad. This is my first meal today, so I can already feel my energy going up. That's what's amazing about raw foods, is that it's almost instantaneous. Especially something like this. Now, I haven't looked too deep into the nutrient profiles or anything like that, which, if I was the best YouTuber in the world, I would probably have all that stuff listed on the screen right now. And but I'll leave that up to you guys to look that up, or maybe I'll put it on the video. But from what I read, it said it had some of the micronutrients like zinc, stuff like that. So apparently it's packing some nutritional power, which doesn't surprise me. It seems like everything on the animal has something, you know? Trying to figure out what it tastes like. It's weird how all of the organs and glands kind of have a similar, I mean, because it's all like animal tissue, you know? So they all have like a similar characteristics to them. Slightly the same in taste, but slightly different. This almost reminds me of like testicle or something. Hmm. So yeah, the idea, like I've said in other videos, is if you have issues with your pancreas or issues with other organs or glands, the idea is to eat the organ or a gland raw if you want to heal that same organ or gland, which makes perfect logical sense. If you're a logically thinking person, which I think a lot of people are that tune into my channel and watch what I do, and realize that I'm too a very logical thinking person, and that's why I do this diet. I don't do it to shock people. I don't do it to be like, you know, some kind of like badass that eats raw meat. Like, that's not why I do this. I do this because it's logical, you know? And once I discover the truth about something, I can't go back on it. And I tend to dig in and kind of mine that truth a little bit and figure out how deep I can go with it. And that's what I did with nutrition, and I found this raw diet, and it makes the most logical sense. You have to kind of override your emotions and your senses when you get into deep logical ideas like this, like eating raw animal glands and organs, because your senses will sometimes at first want to reject the idea of eating something like this just because it's a new flavor. It doesn't relate to anything else you've eaten in your life, and it's also not necessarily pleasurable. But I don't think we're necessarily here to be experiencing pleasure all the time. I think that's probably a construct of modern society, and when we eat meals, it's not necessarily meant for pleasure. It's meant for repairing the body. So that's what this stuff is for. It's for repairing the body. And I think we could all use a little bit of that, considering all of the propaganda we've been fed about food, and all of the misinformation, and all of the damage we've done by eating the stuff that they told us was good for us and not eating the stuff they told us that was bad for us. And I think a lot of us have sustained a lot of damage in our bodies, so why not do yourself a favor, you know, and just repair that as easily and as quick as possible. And I can tell you that you get used to this stuff. At first, when you first eat like organs and glands and even raw steaks and stuff like that, it really was like hard to get down. Liver, I gagged on liver forever. Eggs are one of the hardest ones I found to adjust to for some reason. There's just something about raw eggs that I've gotten used to it, and I don't gag or anything like that, but just the consistency of it when it goes down is just, I still kind of question it, you know, but I still eat them every day. But it takes time to adjust to the new consistencies of the food and the new flavors and the new microbiome that covers the food, you know, there's different bacteria and stuff. You gotta adjust to that. But after a while, you can just pick up a pancreas like this, like I am, and just eat it, no problem. So there's a few other things I want to try on the animal that I haven't tried yet. I've never tried actual intestine. Don't think I've tried like a spleen or an appendix. There's probably a few other glands in there that I want to check out. So I want to eat everything off the animal eventually. I'm getting pretty close. This is actually not bad now that I'm all the way through it. This is like a legit meal. It's surprising when you eat weird stuff like this, how at the beginning it's weird and it's like slightly gross the first couple bites, and then by the time you get done with it, you're like, you feel satiated. It's very strange. You wouldn't think just like a gelatinous blob like that would actually satiate you, but there's nutrition in here. There's definitely some micronutrients in there. I'm pretty much used to the flavor right now too. Good stuff. So yeah, that's a beef pancreas there for you, down the hatch. First time I've ever had a fresh, raw, whole pancreas like that. I gotta say I like it. If I had to rank it between what I like compared to liver, testicle, pancreas, brain, obviously brain is like the best. Brain is just really good stuff. I would say below that I would put liver. So my favorite's brain, second favorite would be liver. I would say it's probably a tie between testicle and pancreas. We'll see what the effects are of this. Testicle has some very noticeable like testosterone effects, which is really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to notice what this does to my body, but maybe it'll improve my digestion somehow. Which at this point my digestion is near perfect, so if I see any improvements, they're going to be like hardly noticeable. That's it. That's pancreas there for you. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you've ever tried pancreas and you want to let us know your experiences with it, or any other kind of weird glands or organs or anything like that. Be sure to subscribe for more videos of me eating some raw foods. Thanks for checking in, everybody, and I will see you on the next one.